Students, today in this module I am going to discuss the topic dihybrid cross. It is a part of chapter Heredity and Evolution, class 10th. So let us begin with the dihybrid cross. Dihybrid means a cross which is made between the two parents, and we are going to study in this cross two pair of contrasting characters. Means like in the monohybrid cross we have made a cross between two parents and we are studying only a single character like the height of a pea plant. But here in the dihybrid we are going to study the two pair of contrasting characters together, and we are going to study how the characters are being transferred from one generation to the another. Okay, so let's begin with. Now I have taken the parental generations like this. I have taken the parent with round and yellow seeds and another parent with wrinkled and green seeds. Now the genotype of the round and yellow is like this, and that of the wrinkled is like this. Now by the gamete formation, they will produce the gametes, the parents will produce the gametes. The gametes from round and yellow will be capital R and capital Y, and that from the wrinkled and green will be small r and small y. Now after the fertilization, the F1 generation will be formed. It will be shown like this. It will have the genotype like this. And what Mendel has observed, that the F1 generation progenies were all round and yellow. So we can say that after making a cross between round and a yellow parent and wrinkled and a green parent, we are getting the progenies which are all having round and yellow seeds. So after the self-pollination, after this Mendel have discussed about the self-pollination of the F1 progenies of the dihybrid cross. See, on selfing, these set of gametes will be there from one parent and this will be from the another. They all are same, they both are same. See, capital R, capital Y, capital R, small y. So all the possible combinations are there over here. Okay, now we are going to make a table which will show us basically a Punnett square which will show us all the possible progenies in the F2 generation. How we are going to make? See, like here. So we can show the progenies by using the Punnett square, which is like this. Here in the Punnett square, what we do is we write the gametes of one parent over the top and of the another over this side, and we fill the cross by multiplying both. So when you will multiply this one with this, you will get this progeny, and when you will multiply this one with this, you will get this progeny. In a similar manner, we can fill the complete table. On filling the complete table, we are getting different type of the genotypes, as you can see. Now let us discuss the ratios. Okay, let us discuss the progenies and let us discuss their ratios. Now there are two type of the ratios that I have told you: phenotypic ratio and the genotypic ratio. The phenotypic ratio basically will tell you about the physical expression of the contrasting pair of traits. Okay, means how many are yellow and how many are round. We can just physically see them. Okay, so physically expressed ratio is basically the phenotypic ratio. And when we calculate, there are 9 progenies which are round and yellow, 3 progenies are round and green, 3 are wrinkled and yellow, and 1 is wrinkled and green. So Mendel has found the phenotypic ratio like this, and he was getting the 9:3:3:1 ratio. Okay, and genotypically, the genotypic ratio basically which tell us the genotype of the progenies. So all these possible genotypes are there from the above cross, and we are getting their number like this, and the genotypic ratio we are getting is this one. So after this complete cross, what Mendel has concluded and what observations have been made, let us discuss those. See, from this cross, the observations are made like this, that when a plant with round and yellow seeds is crossed with a plant which is having wrinkled and green seeds, they both should be pure round and yellow and pure wrinkled and green. He was getting in the F1 generation all the progenies which are round and yellow. And on selfing, he was getting a ratio of 9:3:3:1. So from this observations, he concluded that round and yellow seeds are dominant characters. Okay, So means they are the dominant characters, and wrinkled and green are the recessive character. That's why in the cross we have made round and yellow with capital letters and wrinkled and green with the small letters, because round and yellow depicts the dominating character. So Mendel has concluded that round and yellow are dominant characters, and when we make a cross between the parents which are having a pure dominant characters and with the recessive characters, we are getting in the F1 generation all the progenies which were showing the dominant characters. Now, what is the other observation he have made? He observed that there is occurrence of the new phenotypic combinations. Means it is not like every progeny will be round yellow or wrinkled green. There are all possible combinations here. We have the progenies which were round and green, we have progenies which are wrinkled and yellow, so all the possible combinations are possible. So we can say from this thing that the genes are inherited independently. They are not dependent on each other. Each gene is inherited independently and they are independent of each other. That's why we are getting all the possible combinations in the F2 progenies. I hope you have understood the dihybrid cross. That's all for today. Thank you.